All right, guys, welcome back. This is I guess my 2 weeks later review on the GPD WinMini 2024 model, the 8840u Ryzen AMD. This thing's a super beast with the Ryzen 7. I know I had some troubles with my touchscreen, which I actually resolved. You see, look at that. There's Alan Wake 2. Running on 18 watts. But here we're gonna get out of that. Yeah, this truly is an all-in-one right here. I really grew to love this super quick. Like I was saying, my touchscreen was kind of messed up right in this area. I even made a YouTube video about it. I resolved it finally. They were going to send me a new screen. I don't know if that's in the mail. They're going to send me a new display, GPD. But then I messaged them last night. They said they were supposed to ship it. I messaged them and said, listen, I figured it out. I reinstalled Windows and everything went back just perfect. Right here's where I had the problem, guys. Like when I would press these pads, it wouldn't always register as a tap. Look at that. Works beautifully now. I still got to learn this program to really make beats. I use my MPC in standalone mode. But anyways, so what I really love is how you can actually, I could comfortably hold this in game. I haven't done it for long, huge periods of time. I just mostly haven't lately been gaming that much. But compared to the GPD Win 4, this is just, it just really, when the screen's open, it really just distributes the weight properly where you can just hold it. It doesn't feel cumbersome like you would think. It took a minute to get used to it. Right here, and then you got your shoulder buttons. But honestly, I grew to love this. And what more can you ask? You got your touchscreen right. Look at that touchpad right there integrated, which some games use, and it just makes it like if you just had a candy bar style handheld without the whole keyboard. And this, you could set it to, you could set any of these handhelds to move the mouse like that. But look at that, how handy! Boom, right there, just integrated. And then you got your keyboard, and look at that. Backlit, pretty sweet on 2 different levels. I could literally use this for making music. Could run Audacity. And then the big bonus is that this is native landscape. So most games just fit right on there, and it's VRR, 120 hertz. What more can you even ask? Super sweet. Yeah, it's just so smooth and fits right on it. I didn't have to make any adjustments. What else is super cool and handy? You have 2 buttons that you could designate them to do like whatever a combination of keys. Like for instance, so you have the L4 and the R4. My L4 goes back to home screen or back to that every time I press it. So if I need it out of a gamer zone, boom. And then I use my R4 and bring up Task Manager just like that. And it's really cool. It's all integrated in their little hardware. You have the Win controls right there. And that's the combinations I set up to get exactly what I did. Really awesome. And then you have their motion assistance right here, which is their program. That would get your TDP set to however you want. The only downfall is every time you turn it back on, even though you'll still see these here, you have to open it up and hit apply. And now, real quick, the top one, the AC, is when it's plugged in, and the DC is the wattage for when it's in handheld. These are Hall sensing joysticks, so you shouldn't get drift. And if you want to even fine-tune, adjust them even more, you go back into their Win controls, and it has an option to just set the kind of like the sensitivity or like the dead zone area, which it shouldn't really have anyways. What more can you really ask? This thing is thin, relatively lightweight. You could just feel that it's built. It's super quality. The 2024 model, which I have here, they got rid of the OcuLink, which I've never used in my life before, and I love. I'm so thankful to have a normal USB port back. I have a PNY 512 right there, so that's 512 more gigabytes stored right there, and I have probably like 17 seasons of The Simpsons right on there. See all those seasons right there that I have? Yep, super cool, guys. See, it sounds really good too.
I could risk it.
Let's see where the volume is.
Just stay put. Wow,
56. Now you know how I enhance the volume. Let me show you. I know I've said this in other videos, but you want to use FX Sound. That should be one of the first free programs you look up and download. Just type it in, Google search it, or whatever. Have it set to movies, and it totally enhances the sound. You heard how good it was. Now compared to the sound and the screen, how the screen looks on the 1X, my 1X Fly. The 1X Fly just somehow looks a little more vibrant. I'm not complaining at all because this has the 120 hertz VRR, variable refresh rate, which the 1X Fly has 120 hertz, but not the VRR. So that helps with like tearing in games. It automatically adjusts so you don't see those. Have you ever seen those lines come across tearing or whatnot? So all in all, guys, this is my go-to device now. I'm still keeping my 1X Fly. See, it looks super cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. Look how nice and vibrant that screen looks. That's just crazy. I mean, and this is supposedly the 1X has 450 nits of brightness. Let's turn it all the way. Bam! Look at that max brightness. That just looks so beautiful. I mean, granted, they have different. Okay, that looks really cool too. Let's turn up the brightness. Yes, sir. I don't know. That one just stands out somehow. I don't know what they did, but it's really cool. And I do like the RGB lights on this. This isn't really a comparison video. I've ultimately decided to keep both of these handhelds. I don't see any need in having more than two. I know some people have like all of them. They just keep collecting them. Every time I upgrade, I sell. This was the only exception right here. And there I am always taking a major loss, and I was tired of that too. Taking like $500-$600 loss because normally I buy these on Amazon, but I purchased this from IIG, Indiegogo, and saved me. I got it for $1,000 flat, no tax. I was a backer for them. I had to wait like about 2 months because I backed it day one. $1,000, no tax, 2 terabyte, 32 gigabyte model. I just love also how the screen is protected more when you close this. I mean, if you were to bump it around somehow, I mean, obviously we want to be careful with these $1,000 plus devices, but this just feels like there's more protection. Plus I have the screen protector on it, so it's like a double whammy there. And I don't know, this is my favorite device probably ever. It's just, I love how compact it is. Alright, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and maybe I influenced you to make up your mind if you were leaning on this or another device. I completely love it. I mean, maybe the heat is something you can complain about, but all these get a little bit warm, and you don't really need to play past 20 watts anyways. Then you're getting back almost like dead returns. In a sense, I mean, you get a few more frames per second. It all really depends what game you're trying to do, or what you're playing, or the workload you're trying to run on this. All right, guys. So it was kind of a short video. That should conclude it. And yeah, there you have it.